Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and we are here today to continue my deck collection series that I've been doing on my channel for a few weeks now. The playlist is up above in the cards, and today we are continuing on with my adorable decks and my fairy decks. As I mentioned, the playlist of these videos are up above in the cards. It's in the playlist of my whole deck collections, and then yeah, so you can check that out there. I did not have enough in either of these categories for me to have two separate, so I just combined them all into one. And if you haven't seen those previous videos, please do go check them out, because I've been having a lot of epiphanies and it's been really fun. I was filming all of those yesterday and I'm going to film the last two today. We're starting off with my adorable decks with this little bag. Oh my god, I'm so in love with how tiny this bag is. This is my Ganeshian Village Tarot. And this, I did do a walkthrough of this. It's up above in the cards if you want to listen to me squeal like a little girl. This deck brings me so much joy. I love elephants. They are like an animal guide for me. Always have been. I just didn't know it. And I also loved Babar growing up. And I also feel very connected to Ganesh. This deck is just everything for me. There's an extra happy squirrel card. So yeah, this deck is not going anywhere. To be honest, I don't really know how I use it, besides the fact that it's tiny and adorable, and I kind of want to just have it be the throw in my purse and take with me everywhere deck. So that way I always have something of a deck that I can throw and read with in a tarot emergency. It's just so fucking cute. Look, the Hermit's a woolly mammoth. There was no way this was gonna go anywhere. No way whatsoever. But it's there. It's adorable. Look at that bag match. Lisa, are you proud? Come on. And it fits perfectly in this little itty bitty bag. And that makes it even cuter to me somehow. But that's my little elephant tarot, and I love it so very much. The next one is my Happy Tarot. Now, honestly, the only reason I still have this is because of my kid. So there's the backs, and so I bought this in 2020. I bought I wanted it, and then I bought two copies. I bought one for my kiddo, and I bought one for me. So that way I could help him learn tarot. We could use them together. Funny story, he does love it. It's adorable. But he found in store one day the Gummy Bear Tarot. And he bought that, and that he uses a lot more. He doesn't use tarot a lot. He's almost 8. So he's a gamer. He forgets about anything that's not technology. But he doesn't tend to use the Happy Tarot a lot. And I was ready to get rid of this. I am ready to get rid of it. Except for the fact that I mentioned it and he was like, no, you need to keep it. Someone needs to play with it. And I'm like, babe, you can keep your copy. That's what I think I'm going to encourage him to do. I think I'm going to encourage him to keep his copy, or we'll keep one copy. It might be mine, because mine has seen more use and mine has pink edging. And since it's a mass market deck, that might make it harder to rehome. But I think what I'm going to do is keep one copy, because there is a second copy in this house, and hold on to it. Because if he does take to tarot when he's older, If he does start using it more, he might really want it back one day, and I don't want to have to repurchase it. But for me, I don't use adorable decks a lot. They give me giggle factor, but I don't use them a lot. And the fact of the matter is this, for me currently, this collection, this category is actually feeling pretty cramped. I know, Lisa, I know. You're watching this and you're like, what? We've only seen 2 adorable decks. That's too many? What the hell? I'm sorry. You're just going to have to live with the outrage because 2, I've got 2. So we'll leave those there for a minute. And then the last one in this category of the playful, of the like adorable decks, is my Playful Heart Tarot, which I really wanted for a long time. It's got my it's got one of my favorite Ten of Swords. And the thing is, I know, it's only 3 decks in this category, but none of these have a pair. I don't do a lot of inner child work. I want to do more, but I don't. And the thing is, I think unless I'm really attached to an adorable deck, I think they are going to be outshone. Because I think they're going to get outshone because I have this coming. I have pre-ordered the Boo Tarot. I've talked about it before. And I am so insanely excited for this deck. This deck, the Boo Tarot, is everything. Oh, that's a different video. We don't want that. It is everything. It is glittery. It has glittery ghosts on the majors. It is just so good. And just realistically speaking, once my Boo Tarot arrives, I don't think my adorable decks that I have, minus my elephants, I don't think my adorable decks that I have really stand a chance. Especially because of, oh god, the wheel card. It is so cute. I cannot wait. This video you're seeing, if it's working, is from Celia Melville's Instagram. She is the, or Melville, she is the creator of the Lily White, the Lily Black, the Tarot Renaud, and the Boo Tarot. And oh my god, I've never been so excited for a deck. And like, I was jumping out of my skin excited when it came time that I was waiting for my Starseeker Tarot. But this, oh my god, as soon as I found out about this deck through a Lisa video while it was still in creation, I became obsessed. And I was like, I need this deck. And I started following it. And I didn't just get the deck, I also got the pins. I got the little ghosty pin, and there's a pumpkin pin. I'm so obsessed with this deck. I cannot wait for it. And it's supposed to ship roughly at the end of this month. So I have that coming in for this category. And to go with it, I have the I'm Here Oracle coming in. And we're going to turn off the volume. We're wanting to just see it. Okay, I've never actually watched that video. Let's scroll through pictures instead. I have this I'm Here coming in. This is a good thing. And so not only do I have the Boo Tarot coming, but I also have its Oracle deck to go together. And honestly, I think the Boo Tarot could knock out more than just my adorable decks. I am so in love with it. It speaks... It's my inner child. It hits that perfect sweet spot where I could use it for my inner child. I think I'll be able to use it for a lot of things. I'm so excited for it. And to have this I'm Here to go with it is also so exciting. I just can't wait. And so when I look at this category, I wonder what will survive. Because I don't do a lot of inner child work. I think I need to do more inner child work, but it's not something I'm naturally drawn to. It's not something I do a lot of. Like Lisa does or has done lots of inner child work. That's not me though. I don't know. I just don't do a lot of inner child work. So when I look at this category and I've got 3, and these 2, like this one I'm fine to let go of the Happy Tarot, one version of it. I'd let go of both, but I just don't want to have to repurchase it for my son later in life if he wants it. I'd rather hold on to one. It doesn't take up much space, right? And I'd rather not create that waste. But I look at this Playful Heart Tarot, which is beautiful, and this is the new edition, and it's got the extra cards, and I just wonder to myself, considering I don't do a lot of inner child work, considering I don't buy a lot of just adorable decks, is this doomed to go because of the Boo Tarot? I think it is. I do. I think it is. I don't know if I would keep the bag. I think I'd probably keep the bag because I could put the bag, I could put something else in the bag. I could flip the bag inside out. The bag is fucking adorable. I don't have anything really adorable that this bag screams as much. So who knows? I might be willing to part with the bag with it, but I don't. My Boo Tarot is coming at the end of the month. It's shipping at the end of the month. That's the plan. And I could not be more excited. So because of the way I work with tarot, and because of the fact that right now I'm still building up my client work, it feels like a lot. If I did a lot of client work, or if I did a lot more client work and I did a lot of client work with inner child stuff, I'd probably keep both of these just so I have a little bit of a variety. And so that begs the question of, do I keep the Playful Heart for that day where I'll have more client work? But then at the same time, the question is, when I do have more client work, do I really see myself doing a lot of inner child client work? It's not really my thing. Honestly, if a client came to me and was like, I want to do inner child work, I would refer them to Lisa. So I think one copy of the Happy Tarot, again, there are 2 copies in this house. I'm probably going to keep this copy because it's more worn. And since it's a mass market deck, that feels like the most respectful thing to do. One copy of the Happy Tarot is probably going to go, and I think the Playful Heart is going to end up going. The only thing is, this card stock is fucking amazing. Oh my god. When I look at this too, there's a couple of things about it that are a bit disjointed that I don't personally like. Like, sometimes the world's... I can't believe I'm talking. I wanted this deck for so long. Ugh. Kyra, you're annoying me. I wanted this for so long. But it's hard for my brain that, like, sometimes they're very creatures. I love this card. Love this one. And then sometimes they go very normal people. And I'm like, what is going on? It just... I guess it just... This card bothers me. It's the King of Wands. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it feels disconnected from the rest of it. I guess it's not really for me. So I think... Oh boy, this sucks. Lisa, why do we do this to ourselves? This is hard. I'm saying Lisa because like I watch her videos a lot and she's my friend, and like I watch her videos where she's like, oh, this is hard, and I'm like, yeah, it fucking is. It is hard. So I'm just kind of relating to that experience. So these are gonna go, and this is gonna stay for sure. And that's my adorable decks. But I do, as I said, this is gonna be my adorable and my fairy. So I do have my fairy decks. And the first one is this Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. I got this. I'm in love with the artwork. And the question I'm now asking myself is, in a previous video, I had an epiphany where I realized I need my decks to have pairs. There's something about pairing decks for me, creating a family that opens my inspiration a lot more. And in hindsight, it's not that surprising. I like puzzles. I like fitting pieces together. So this, I got this because I had seen Lisa talk about it in the pairing the Tarot of the She, which I do have, with this. So let's look at the Tarot of the She. Because the thing is, I'm going to be filming a video. I don't know when you'll see it in comparison to this, but I'm going to, because of this epiphany at the time of filming, I'm going to be redoing how I do my tarot, my deck buying experience. And I'm going to be looking at things in pairings, and I'm going to be looking at the decks I have that I don't really have a use for yet. I can't point to them and say, this is my purpose for this deck, because that's something I like to have. When I feel like I've got a purpose, I feel like I use them more. Yeah, this is not it. Anyway, I'm starting to ask myself when looking at decks, we'll look at this more in a minute, do I care enough to put in the research to try and find a deck that matches it? Because that's what I'm going to be doing. And we'll talk more about that in that video. And I'm not sure about... This thing is so cute. I'm not sure about this. I'm wondering as I look at it if this is a season deck. If this was a deck for a season of my life that I'm no longer in. I'm also wondering if this, my Tarot of the She, which is another one in this category, obviously. It normally lives in this bag. I'm wondering if this is such the perfect fairy deck that others just pale in comparison. Like I have two fairy tale, fairy-esque decks, tarot decks, and this doesn't go with either of them. So I think, y'all, this sucks. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna need to let this go. I'm sitting here thinking about letting it go, and I'm just afraid I will decide I want it. So I'm gonna do the purgatory thing with this, I think. So I'm gonna put that aside. I have the Tarot of the She. I'm obviously keeping this. because another thing I'm just asking myself as I do this is, would I repurchase it? Would I buy it again? And this I would 100% buy again. The Brian Froud, would I buy it again today? If I did not have it, would I be willing to buy it again? And the Brian Froud Fairies Oracle, I don't know if I would. I think I expected my path. Like, I love this fairy aesthetic so much. And I expected my path to go very naturey and very fairy-ish, and that's just not the way it's going. So I think this one is not for me. I'm still going to hold on to it just in case. But I don't think it's for me. The last one I have is my adorable crocheted bag that I got from Krista at Adventures in Metaphysics. Go and check out her channel and her Etsy shop. And this is my Forest of Enchantment tarot. And this one, see, it's like the Brian Froud's Fairy. This is what I want to see in fairy and fairy tale decks. And this deck feels like I'm in the Feywild. And I love it. Yeah, this is giving me very Feywild D&D vibes, and I love it. And I know what Oracle decks I want to get I know what Oracle decks I want to get to try working with this. I love this deck so much, and I'm very excited to have found oracles to use with it. So that way, hopefully I can find more of how I want to use it. But I feel like I guess I'm picky with fairy energy, and the Brian Froud fairies, like, those are real. That's how fairies look and seem. It's very good. I just don't think I work with fairies in that way. So I started this area with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm ending it with 3 that I consider actively in my collection. So go me on that. Anyways, that is the end of this category. What are your thoughts on the fairy deck specifically? Because that's really what's on my mind. And also, if you pre-ordered the Boo Tarot, are you as excited as I am? I'm not sure you are, because I'm so excited. But let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification, all of that fun stuff. I just have to film one last part. We're almost done this series. I hope you've been enjoying it. And the last part you have to stay tuned for is just all the rest of the decks that don't really fit in a category that I felt I had. So it's a bit random. And also, don't forget to check out my description box if you want to book a reading with me. Now, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.